I guess let's start with the first question. How did you become a trader and what motivates you?
Well, I started trading part-time about 15 years ago or so. I've always been intrigued with financial markets. I've always loved charting, and I just loved trading back then. And I'd say about a good 10 years of full time, I've been really getting into trading, and I became very successful by living and breathing and doing something that you love every day. You get to master it, and yeah, it's probably the best thing I ever did in my life, and I love it.
Do you have other businesses aside from being a full-time trader, or do you just trade full-time?
I've had many businesses. I first started off at a business when I was around 18 years old. It was an online business, and it's funny, within the first year I've made sales of 600,000 and ended up making pretty good money from being an entrepreneur. But I find the best businesses in the world is trading. Why do you have to have multiple businesses when you can buy Apple at $1,000? You can buy a company, you can buy anything, any company you want. I can be a business holder of 10 stocks. So it's like I own 10 different companies. So, if you want to be an entrepreneur, it's good. I've been that entrepreneur. I still have businesses on the side, which I do focus on once in a while. I have people running them, but trading makes you focus on business. It made me actually a smarter businessman. With trading, you got risk. You got to be able to manage your risk. You got to be able to plan and execute your trades good, and that goes along with business. So, business, definitely having a business background and having that entrepreneurial spirit helps you very much in trading, and I think that played a big role in me becoming a full-time trader and doing this full-time, which many people don't do. But I enjoy trading, and the businesses put aside, I think trading is the best business in the world, because you can own any business in the world being a trader, just by their stock.
Your Twitter account, The Pivot King, can you talk a bit more about that? And what advice would you give to if someone wanted to sign in for any trading services?
Well, number one, Twitter's good in a way, but I find that Twitter, I would say personally from accounts that I viewed, I'd say about 95% of them are, I don't think they trade. You can tell an actual trader by just looking at those accounts that most people are just in it to, I guess, for their ego, and they're more of sentiment traders and ego traders, and those aren't people that you want to follow. Someone that you want to follow, someone that puts the emotions aside and just sticks to the charts and sticks to the price.
I see you have a trading system called the Pivot King method. Can you talk a bit more about that?
Well, when you're a trader, you need a system. Without a system for yourself. So the Pivot King system is a system that I use for myself that I'm very comfortable with. Before anybody even takes a trade, you should already know your exit, your stop, your target. You can't go blind on a trade, and that's the problem with traders. Traders, when they take a position, it's like they're gambling. They don't even know why they're buying at that price. They're buying at that price because someone on Twitter or someone is telling them to buy it there. Well, if you have to have someone to tell you when to buy at a price, you shouldn't be trading. So you need a system. You need a system that works for you. And each person has a different system. But without that system, you would not know when to sell half, your stop. You should already know your target, your stop. You should already know this before you even take the trade. And that's why having a system puts you in the right direction to a system that works. It puts you in the right direction. Now, there's a lot of systems online that are scams. You can tell that they're scams. They promise the world to you. You're going to make all this money. Trading is a very difficult thing to do, and you need to spend time on it. But you have to find a system for yourself that works for you. So.
How can you find a system? It's a bit difficult because the amount of scams there are in there. For a person, for example, that is trying to become a trader, what advice can you actually give them on what to look for?
With my site, for example, this is a system that I use, but each person will have to come up with a system of their own. And how you do that is through hard work and maybe even paper trading. You need to find the rhythm within yourself to become a trader. There's no holy grail. Anybody telling you you're going to make millions of dollars being a trader, this works, they're full of, excuse my language, full of shit. Honestly, the best thing to do is work on yourself, work on your risk, and come up with a system that works for you. You might have a different personality than I do. You might take more risks than I do. You might be able to hold on to a longer position than I do. Maybe you have a lot more money in your account than I do. Maybe you can put your stop further than I do. So this is a system that you can't have someone tell you buy here, sell here. You don't know if that person has more money in the account than you do. You don't know if that person can put a 20-point stop and you have to put a 3-point stop. He has more leverage. He has more of a way to trade. You can never honestly take someone's advice and trade exactly what that person's doing. You have to be a trader within yourself and know what works for yourself and initiate trades by yourself. You can have a guy directing you to help you, newcomers, which I wish I had, but you know, you're gonna learn a lot spending time trading yourself.
Do you use any indicators for trading, or have you used any indicators for trading in the past?
Well, you need, I have the indicators that work for me. I would say majority of the indicators out there, they don't work. There's sometimes I see some charts on other people. You have lines going all across them. You have 100 different levels. Like honestly, I don't know how people read these charts, but I like to keep things simple. Simple works. Pivots. The pivots I use, I map them myself. I find them, and as people well know, they're direct hits. There's not many people that can get a direct hit to the tick. I'm one of them, and the proof is going to be on my website, but the proof is in my Twitter account. As many people know, I get direct tick to the tick hits, and it's all math. That's what, you know, math has been around for hundreds of thousands of years, and the market runs on math. It runs on symmetry, and that's how people trade. And a lot of people look at Elliott Wave. A lot of people look at cycles. Yeah, cycles do work at times, but I find for myself, pivots, they're not fibs, by the way, but Fibonacci is good too. But I use strictly pivots. I use trend lines, just regular normal indicators I use, and it does me well. That's my system. It works for me. Everybody else has a different system. If it works for them, all the power to them.
Great. One last question, and this is the most important question. I believe that most viewers would find it really useful. Steve, is there any advice you'd give to someone who would like to become a full-time trader?
That's a good question because I can answer that for that's a big answer. Number one, you want to become a full-time trader. I don't suggest you just jump in and trade right away. You have to make sure you're learning from the right people. I'd say 95% of the junk out there, you're going to lose money the first time you actually trade. The way I've learned trading is blowing up my account. I blew up my account 2 times. I blew one time about 1.1 million was the first time, and I couldn't sleep. I needed to find out what was wrong. And I honestly lived, breathed, and shit these markets. That's all I did. 24 hours, it was bothering me. I really wanted to find out and see what I did wrong. And what I found out is, I'd say 90% of all this stuff out there actually taught me the wrong way to trade. I find you have to have experience. You have to work hard. It's the toughest job in the world. You need dedication. Are you able to look at screens for 8 hours and not make a trade? If you can do that, if you can watch paint dry on a wall, you're good for trading. It's patience. It's patience. That's how you trade. And a lot of the information out there, it will deceive you. Majority of the people out there that basically talk like they're traders, they're not. And a real trader knows this. And if there's anything I can say, you want to get a trader, you need some good experience, good education, but you need experience, because what you're going to do is with the experience, you're going to come up with a system. You're going to come up with your own risk, a system that works for you. Trading's about you. It's not even about the chart. It's about you. And once you can develop yourself and you know, be patient and, you know your risk, don't risk too much. Once you know how to develop yourself as a trader, which takes years, by the way, you could start trading, but you have to spend thousands of hours looking how these markets move. And when you can see it, it's like the Matrix. It just hits you. It's like you start seeing things that other people don't. And how you see that is through experience. Just like work, anything you do that you spend more time on, you're going to be able to pick it up much faster than someone else that hasn't spent time on it. So the more time you spend on it, know how to trade yourself. Don't listen to other people. Learn it yourself. You're gonna go through the journey of being a trader, and then, you know, that's why there's only like what 5% of traders that actually make it. Those 5% never gave up and tried their hardest, and lived, breathed, thought about trading 24/7, and love what they do. And when you love what you do, you'll become the best at it. You have to love it though. But that's the advice I give to anybody that wants to become a trader.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you for having me. Ciao.